Ingoa News, and with me we have three young budding scientists who have just gone to Isro. Let me introduce them. That's Sanath, Brijali, and Steve, and myself, Dave. So I would like to ask them about their experiences at Isro. Sanath, so on what basis were you selected?
Now basically there are they were selected on basically two types of category. First was the obviously the academics, and the second thing was like what you do in co-curricular activities.
Mhm.
Like in my case, I have made a product, a project which was selected by Niti Aayog. I have made it in ATL Tinkering Labs, and it was selected by the Niti Aayog, and I have got it with internship with Dell and all. So in that case, they have selected me on that basis, even on the academics, even on the sports, etc. like that.
Okay. Brijali, can you please tell us about it?
माझ्या एका हितून म्हाका फक्त कल्चर टॅलंट सर्च आनी ते कथकाच्या हितून मागीर एलोकेशन कॉम्पिटिशन आनी स्पोर्ट्सान हे तीन बेजीस म्हाजे आसा म्हटल्यार तीन ह्या बेजीसाचेर म्हाका सिलेक्ट केला. टॅलंट सर्चाचेर म्हाका कथकान प्रायज मेळ्ळें आसा, एलोकेशन कॉम्पिटिशनानूय प्रायज मेळ्ळा म्हाका आनी स्पोर्ट्सान हांव फर्स्ट आसा.
Steve?
Well, so I was some years ago. I was appointed as a brand ambassador of a company. So this company involved robotic activities in the domain of robotics.
Oh, robotics.
Yeah. So then afterwards, also one of my projects was selected to be displayed exhibited at the National Science Fair this last year. And also in sports, I used to play chess for my school team. We reached till the state level, and also. I used to take part in the WCA Rubik's Cubes event.
Oh wow.
So I had I put 3 events in that list because you could put maximum 4. So I had a world ranking in that. So that's all for my sports, and also academics also, like my friend just said.
So right now when you're saying all these things, you're giving me a complex. You're quite an all-rounder. That's great.
Thank you.
So one thing I would like to ask all of you, I believe you have been there for 15 days?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So what is that one take, or what is that one particular thing that you like the most about this experience? Sanath?
Not only one thing, but there are actually many things. Like every day was a glorious day. We enjoyed it a lot. We learned many things. But the main thing that I enjoyed a lot was the visit to Shar, that is Sri Harikota, from where the real rockets launch.
Okay.
So we saw, live in front of us, we saw a sounding rocket, which is the RH-200, if I'm not wrong. So that was launched in just front of us. And even when we returned to our VSSE, at the same time we saw one more launch, which was the PSLV launch. So that was a very, very interesting thing that we could see. And even the facility visit, we could see now recently in 22nd July,
Yes.
Chandrayaan 2 is gonna launch.
Okay.
So we could be able to see the launch vehicle, which is the GSLV-3, the rocket. So we could go to the house over there, where it gets built, and we could, from our naked eyes, we could see how it is getting built over there. It was really a very good experience and all.
Okay, great. So in other words, you saw the launching place,
Yeah,
the launching site, rather.
Correct. Everything, from A to Z, how it is built, how it is taken to the America Tower, from where it is launched and all. From there to everything we saw, how it is going on, and we even saw the control center. On the TVs, we must have seen they sit over there with the computers and how they launch. Then the 10, 9, 8, 7. We could go there, we could sit over there, we could see how it is going on. Everything was fabulous over there.
Okay, so that's pretty interesting.
Obviously.
Brijali?
म्हाका आवडलें तें वॉटर रॉकेट लॉन्च. तेंच्यांनी आमकां मटिरियल्स दिल्ले, बॉटल, पेपर, सिजर, ते सगळे मटिरियल्स दिल्ले. तेजे वयल्यान आमी ते रॉकेट करपाचे आसले, आनी ती ग्रूप एक्टिविटीज आसली. आनी त्या ग्रूप एक्टिविटीन 4 ग्रूप आसले आमच्यान. 4 ग्रुपांक मटिरियल्स दिल्ले आनी ते तेंच्यांनी करपाचे आसले. आमी ते एक रॉकेट केले, आनी टोटल आमची 4 रॉकेटां, आनी तेंच्यांनी 3 रॉकेटां केल्ली, टोटल 7 रॉकेटां. आनी ती आमी लॉन्च पॅडा कडेन हेले, आनी आमी ती स्वता ती लॉन्च केली. म्हटल्यार आमी ते डिसेंडींग ऑर्डरान कावंटींग घेवन सुद्दां आमी ते म्हटल्यार 10, 9, 8, 7 अशें कावंट घेवन ते लॉन्च केले. आनी ते म्हाका खूबच आवडले की आमी स्वता केले आनी ते स्वता लॉन्च केले. तो पार्ट म्हाका तितलो खूब आवडलो एक.
Good. And Steve?
What I liked is that before I came here, I used to always have the interest in, I used to be interested in satellites. And when I came here, they told me of the different, the different possibilities that in the future, how you can use satellites. So one of the thing was I wanted to use satellites for, the Sri Lankan bombing, right? how the intelligence came to find out. So I thought, why can't we do this on a widespread area? So I wanted to work on this project, and I was asking them questions, those distinguished scientists that they had called, and they kind of told me how the technology is going to come together, come around these years, and what are the possibilities of, in the future, what technologies are they going to introduce? So that was very appealing to me. I like that much.
So basically, you're talking satellites used from a surveillance point of view.
Yeah.
Okay, that's also pretty interesting. Okay, so we have much more to come, and stay tuned to Ingoa News. We have much more to come. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and we are here at the Ingoa News. We have our three young budding scientists who introduced themselves before we had gone to break. Once again, let me give you their names. That's Sanath, Brijali, and Steve. And before we continue, I should ask you, which school are you guys from?
I'm from Dr. K.B. Hedgewar High School, Pujira, Bangole.
Okay.
I'm from Government High School, Tarmata, Village, Sumla.
And I'm from the Rosary High School in Kujira.
Okay. So I would like to ask you guys, what was your first feeling when you got selected for this program?
Like when the first email came out, the first letter came out.
Exactly.
So the first feeling was, wow, what is this? I got selected. Finally it is like my dream to be in Isro. So it was like So I went suddenly I went to the internet to search how it is going to be there, what is the facilities over there, how is VSCC and everything, because I got selected finally from so many students who had entered in, registered from Goa. So I was like a very lucky person. I was feeling that proud moment.
Very fortunate.
Yeah, very fortunate.
You?
जेन्ना म्हाका म्हज्यान सांगलें की म्हाजें नांव यंग सायंटिस्ट प्रोग्रामा खातीर सिलेक्ट जाला तेन्ना म्हाका खूब खुशी जाली आनी सरान म्हाका सांगलें की फक्त आमी तिगांच जाणां सिलेक्ट जाला तेन्ना म्हटल्यार म्हाका चडूच म्हटल्यार हॅपिनस म्हणजे चडूच वाडलें की तिगांच जाणां भुरग्यां भितर हांव एकलें एक भुरगें सिलेक्ट जाला तेन्ना मागीर जे दीस लागीं येवपाक लागले ते म्हाका भंय वाडपाक लागलो की थंय कितें तरी विचारलें म्हाका कशें तरी आसतलें हेज्या खातीर म्हाजे लँग्वेजी खातीर म्हाका चड भंय दिसलो की म्हाका इंग्लीश लँग्वेजी खातीर मातसो प्रॉब्लम जाता म्हणून पूण म्हाका थंय मागीर थंय पावोन म्हाका दिसलें की हांव अशें खंय भायर ना की म्हटल्यार केरळान ना म्हाका दिसलें की हांव घरा कडेन आसलें सगळें बरें आसलें थंय फ्रेंड्सां बरीं आसलीं टिचरी सर सगळें बरें करतालें आनी म्हाका बरें दिसलें थंय.
So when I was told about the thing, I was actually we had extra classes of children going to the 10th standard, and I did not know anything about me getting selected. So when I was just there, my headmistress announced on the intercom that I was selected. So I was actually quite nervous, but then when I went home, like she said, I came to know that I was one of the three. I was one of the three who was representing Goa. Then so I was very happy. On that day I went and brushed up a little bit on Isro and trivia on Isro, and also. What it was, and then after a few days later, I came to know that there were around 1 lakh or 2 lakh people who had submitted the form from all over India. So I was fortunate to be a part of the 108 from all the states and union territories. So yeah, it was quite a nervous thing. I felt quite nervous.
Nervous anxiety.
Yeah, exactly.
At the same time, feeling elated. That you have been selected for
but I knew when I was going for something that I was going to benefit from. I knew.
Of course. So I would like to ask you. You had a 15-day schedule, as you told me. So can you tell me, on a day-to-day basis, what exactly did you do on an hourly basis? What was your schedule, as much as you can remember, right? So. Yeah.
First of all, let me tell you that we were in Trivandrum, the VSSC campus, Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, and we are very proud to be there because that was the start or the kick for ISRO. That was the point from where ISRO was born. Because finally Vikram Sarabhai, the man behind ISRO, was started his first rocket launch. Everything was there. So we were very lucky to be over there. The campus was very huge, and we were taken to their guest house, at the beach side. And we were taken to the guest house. We were allotted with the rooms, and I was happy because I got friends from the southern part of India, from Tamil Nadu, from Andaman Nicobar, from Lakshadweep. Everyone were my friend the first day only. So that was a very interesting thing. That the first thing. And as per the schedule, once you get up from your bed, it was wake up at around 6 o'clock. and once you wake up from the bed, you had like your normal activities, and we had a special session which was PT. So we had like exercise, we had games which gave us like an energy to go ahead with the day.
Okay.
And then like we had a classroom also meant for us at the side of the campus, and we went there. I mean, we every day we used to go over there, and many big scientists, many senior scientists used to come over there, and they used to interact with us. That was a very amazing thing I could feel about.
So pretty amazing. I would
Yeah,
like to be there sometime myself. Okay, and you?
त्यांनी सांगलेलं म्हटलं शेड्यूल जाल्लो आमचो तो सारको टायम टू टायम आसलो आनी आमचे रूम जे आसले ते एका रुमान आमी 2 जाण आसता आनी रूममेट आमचे म्हटलं एक 2दा चेंज जाले जे श्री हरिकोटांच्यान येवन तेन्ना एक चेंज जाले आनी त्या रुमान आमचे रूममेट 2 जाणां न्हिदपाचे आसले आनी त्यांचो शेड्यूल जो म्हाका इतलो आवडलो की सारको टायम टू टायम त्या टायमाचेर तेच जावपाक जाय आनी तेंचे जेवण जें आसलें सारकें गोंया सारकें म्हाका म्हटल्यार जेवण जेवपाचें म्हटल्यार बरें आसलें हेंचें टेस्टी आसलें जेवण आनी म्हाका थंय रावपाक आवडलें की म्हटल्यार रूम बरें आसलें हेंचें सगळें AC खंयूय चल AC फॅन तेंचें ना म्हाका तें एक आवडलें एक बरें.
We had some very nice. We had 3 mentors who were always there. They were there throughout. We had a course coordinator, and he was very particular about time. That's one thing we all valued about him. So whenever, if suppose we went to some place for a visit, he would be like, he would tell those people, in 10 minutes I want you to cut this whatever you're speaking about. And yeah, they were very particular about time. That's why we got to visit all the places, got to interact with all the scientists because of the time that was allotted. We went according to that.
Well, so that was their take on their 15-day schedule. We are more curious to know what exactly did they do, in those 15 days. We want a detailed take on that. But right now we are heading for a short break. We'll be back at Ingoa News. Welcome back. We are back from our short break. We are here at Ingoa News. So, Sanat, can you give me a detailed description of the projects that you executed during those 15 days at Isro?
The projects were not like that project, the specific project. They were like fun and learn. So like there were many projects like going on, and the most like what I liked was like the group presentation and the group discussion with senior scientists. So there were like competitions also held with that.
Okay.
And we discussed, there was a small debate with the scientists and all, we interacted with them. Then also we won prizes against them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and like there were advertisement programs which are going on, like a fun activity, making the poster and everything of that sort.
So this sounds like fun and learning merged together. It's very, I would say it's very, very interesting.
Correct.
Anything else?
And the main thing was the water rocket launch thing. We were like given the kits and the bottle, everything inside, and they just showed a small demo how to do that, and everything was given to us, and then it led to us like put your imagination in that and make the best rocket as possible. And they gave us like a task that the beach was very near from the launch pad. So they gave us a task like your rocket should be of that sort of rocket that once it is launched, it must go and fall in the water. So that was the aim that we wanted. So we made that fins in that structure and all. So it was a great thing going on, projects and all.
I would say a pretty interesting combination of things. Vijali?
आमच्या लेक्चर्स आसले मागीर लेक्चर्स मागीर विजिट्स आसले आमकां लेक्चर्स सारके म्हटल्यार सॅटेलायट स्पेस आमची गॅलेक्सी युनिवर्स हेंचे सगळे हेजेर आमचे ते लेक्चर्स आसले विजिट्स आसली ते आमकां म्हटल्यार दिसान एक तरी विजीट आसताली आमकां विजिट्स मागीर शार विजीट आसली आमकां मागीर बिचांचेर व्हरताले ते फक्त अभ्यासाचें अशें न्हू म्हटल्यार सगळें शिकपाचेंच अशें न्हू तेंचे कल्चर एक्टिविटीज सुद्दां आसताल्यो म्हटल्यार आमकां डान्स आसताले ऑर्केस्ट्रा आसताले म्युजीक सिंगींग ते सगळें ते सुद्दां आसतालें फक्त शिकपाचें म्हटल्यार आमकां एन्जॉयमेंट सुद्दां आसतालें तितून म्हटल्यार सामकें शिकपाचें तितून अशें भितर आसनासलें आनी म्हाका तेंचे ते कल्चर एक्टिविटीज म्हटल्यार आमकां पी घेताले सकाळचे ते एक आवडले कल्चर एक्टिविटीज ते खूब आवडले तेंचे आनी तेंचे लेक्चर सुद्दां म्हाका आवडले म्हटल्यार ते सारके शिकयताले तेजे वयल्यान आनी तेंचे सारके आसले ते तितले.
Okay, so basically ISRO has many 4 main centers around India, but our center where we were at BSSC was the one particularly meant for building the launch vehicles that take the satellites to release them in the orbits. So they took us to see the different, the different workstations where they work on the different sections and sections of the rocket, and then they ship it to, like how I said, they ship it to Sriharikota, the spaceport. So basically over there also they have workstations. So they, all the parts that have been shipped from VSSC, they combine it together. They have huge buildings. They showed it. I mean, they showed us all those buildings, and there were different buildings for each stage. So there were like 3 stages, 3 buildings, and yeah, then they took us to see where they would launch it from. And yeah, also within VSSC we also had many visits to their research labs. They had many research labs over there, and they also show basically how the physical the physics behind how these things are put up into space. Yeah. So basically the things that they
Pretty
consider.
technical.
Yeah, from a technical viewpoint, how they consider it. Yeah.
So yeah, pretty interesting combination of things. I would like to ask you guys about the Chandrayaan 2 project. You said Chandrayaan 2 is supposed to be launched in a month's time, right?
Yeah, 22nd July.
Okay, so do you have any ideas about it?
Instead of ideas, we went to Sriharikota, right? So over there, there are many buildings. I mean, not buildings, but the house of the rockets. The launch vehicles. So the Chandrayaan 2 launch vehicle, that is GSLV Mark 3, was getting ready at that stage, and we got the chance to go over there, stand under the rocket, and look.
Wow. Under the rocket?
Yeah, not right under looking at the rocket.
Okay.
So that was a wonderful thing. There are big things of the rocket. It is a very huge rocket, one of the India's biggest rocket, GSLV Mark 3. So the first part, only the propellant part, the fuel parts were getting ready over there, and we could be able to see that. And we were very lucky so that because of the Chandrayaan 2, we could see the rover. Chandrayaan 2, the mission is gonna put a rover on the moon. So we could, that was not a real rover actually, the thing, because it was kept somewhere in the locker, somewhere like that. But you could see the prototype of the robot. The same thing, same features, everything same.
Okay.
Even it was working, and we could see if we could touch the rover. It was very good. It was small, compact, and yeah, we could feel the luckiness of being there and seeing the rover.
And of course, ISRO has landed a rover on Mars as well, right?
No, that was just a satellite.
That was just a satellite.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
about
Okay, so do you have any more?
the Mangalyaan.
Yeah,
thing,
the
the
Mangalyaan.
Mangalyaan, yeah.
So can you tell me something more about Mangalyaan?
Mangalyaan, in the sense, we could go to the facilities where the Mangalyaan was getting ready. We could see the photos, and obviously there. So that facilities where Mangalyaan got ready, and it was put into the rocket from the heat shield, and then it was launched. Even because Mangalyaan was launched from a rocket, the launch vehicle which is known as PSLV.
Okay.
And PSLV rockets, they are very every stage we could go and put it, building blocks. It is very easy, for them, for building that rocket.
Of course for them.
Of course.
Only for them. Okay.
So we saw that facility and how they, the Mangalyaan, the person behind Mangalyaan, or the scientist behind Mangalyaan who has put it in the director who has put the Mangalyaan into space. We met him, we interacted with him, we found out how he went through the process and all. So that was interesting.
So I think that was a landmark progress
Correct.
for ISRO to put a satellite in Mars orbit,
Yes.
and I think we are the 4 or 5 countries in the world who have done it. I don't know exactly how many countries over the world have done that. So yeah. Anyways, great. So any other take that you'd like to add? Anything else at all you'd like to add about this whole 15-day experience of yours?
So we were actually quite privileged. It was quite a good experience over there, because we had just as we were students, we were also treated like executives, not just like students. So we had our own kind of our security personnel.
Here we have our 3 young budding scientists, Sanat, Brijali and Steve, who represented Goa and made us all Goans proud and Goa proud. And I'm also so inspired by them. I wish I had some experience like theirs in my school days. So that's just about it. It was fun talking to them. Thank you very much, from all of us here at Ingoa News.